See Sebastian back there. Hello, 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 hello. Come one, come all. Today is yet another exciting day here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, and I am looking forward to talking all about it here on this live post. Well, not just me. I have Olivia alongside. We have got a lot of talking to do from Olivia. We've got some CATIO Town talking to do. We've introduced a new resident.
Yes, a lot of news today.
I know. So I'm looking forward to having a little breathing room where we can all just kind of collect ourselves, talk about the big CATIO Town announcement, talk about, of course, Guinevere, our newest rescued resident here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, and most importantly, talk about how you can play an integral role in helping us build CATIO Town. So let's settle in here and say hi to the folks. I see Luna, I see Sebastian. Believe it or not, there are two cats in the frame here. You might see a big serval ear pop up behind little Luna here. Luna, one of our rescued bobcats, and she lives with one of our rescued servals. I'm even kind of laughing. It might look like Luna has serval legs, but that's just her.
In serval spots.
Yep, that's just Big Spoon Sebastian in the background and Little Spoon Luna kind of tucking in. So hello everyone, hey Tanya, glad to have you with us back on a live. Saw you earlier this morning live with Tammy, same with you Marcy Sanborn. Hope all is well. Great to see one of your sponsor babies, Minerva, this morning too, Marcy.
I know. It was good that we got to check in with Minerva, and I think a good way to kick off this particular day.
Exactly so, is featuring one of our ALC rescues who make up, obviously they're full wild, but they're a part of our hybrid haven area and make up members of our small cat rescue population here. What are our small cats here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, Olivia? What are those types of rescues?
Well, we have quite a few. Our largest portion of our population would be our hybrid cats, which are going to be Bengals, Chausies, which we introduced today, and Savannahs. And then we also have our Asian leopard cats, which, like you said, are full wild, but are obviously a big part of the small cat crisis. And then we go up into our medium species like Luna and Sebastian in front of us, which are also part of that small cat crisis, but in particular, our biggest population, like I said, would be those hybrids.
Kind of zoomed out to show just how hidden Luna and Sebastian are, tucking out under one of their platforms in their habitat. And you know, Olivia, I think that there's kind of a handful of things that when I think of the Wildcat Sanctuary, there's a handful of things that kind of are synonymous when I think about the Wildcat Sanctuary. And I hear the words Wildcat Sanctuary, I think about the individualized and kind of tailored care that we afford our rescues. I think about the awesome people who care for the cats here and how they're empowered by our supporters. But another thing that I can't help that's just absolutely linked to the Wildcat Sanctuary is the strides that we make to rescue and really emphasize how important these small rescues are to the larger captive wildlife tapestry, if you will. And here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, one of the things that we're proud to be able to do is to be one of those sanctuaries on the forefront of the small cat, or the wild captive wildlife crisis here, and understanding how it's moving, how it's evolving, which cats are being afflicted. Maybe 15 years ago, we were really trying to zero in on those tiger breeding mills, the cub petting operations that were fueling all of the big cats that we're seeing in captivity. Well, here we are on the other side of that. We have the passing of the Big Cat Public Safety Act. We've been able to get laws in place that are preventing the ownership of these types of cats for exhibition and exploitation purposes. And now kind of thinking about what the captive wildlife crisis is looking like in 2024. Well, it's exactly what Olivia and I have been describing and what we hear Tammy describing on a weekly basis during her Wildcat wrap-ups. And it's that of the small cats in crisis, and wrapped up into that small cat crisis is the hybrid wildcat crisis.
Yeah, the mosaic has definitely shifted now in 2024, and our population very clearly demonstrates that, but also just being here on the ground and getting the calls that we do of people needing a new home for their cats, the stories we hear of roaming hybrids, the calls we get from authorities, animal shelters who can't offer or adopt those cats out to homes because of the varied legislation across the United States. The small cat crisis is very, very real and something that we are doing our best to hit head on.
Yeah, and I just think it's just worth emphasizing that we have relatively speaking, we have a roadmap. We've been able to accomplish a whole lot of major goals for captive wildcats here in the United States. And yes, we might have our work cut out for us, but we have some major momentum with the awesome people that we have here. And here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, as we've been pointing out, we are frankly kind of privileged to be able to be leading this type of fight for these small cats, privileged to be able to be sharing and educating what's happening here as a rescue facility and how much we have to kind of navigate through this new portion of the captive wildlife crisis here in the United States. So
yeah, exactly.
We're very proud, very privileged, and lucky to have the supporters like we do behind us to kind of, go forth with the information that we have and educate the masses.
Yeah, and see the vision. I think this topic is a little bit denser than tigers. I don't think it's as straightforward because you're seeing hybrids in homes. They're becoming more and more popular. And so to have people backing us and supporting us and loving the cats just as much as we do is something very, very special and making this possible. And I think CATIO Town exemplifies that, and especially leading the way with this captive wildlife crisis, or this small cat crisis, I should say, and the solutions that we're trying to offer. CATIO Town is very, very exciting.
Awesome. Well, Olivia, I think that's a great, and I'm going to kind of interject on myself too, even, and welcome everyone if maybe you've been filing in listening to Olivia and I talk about the CATIO Town launch, which blasted off today here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. So many things happening, and we're looking forward to talking about it over the next 2 weeks on how you yourself can make a difference and be a part of CATIO Town and be a part of making a difference for our small cat rescue. So happy to have 60 of you along with us on this live post. Little Luna here has really been totally melting my heart. I know we've been doing a lot of talking, Olivia, but Luna is curled up under one of her many little hiding spots in her free roaming habitat, and you might not be able to tell, but there is a serval behind her, Luna's other half, serval Sebastian. But we did a good job, Olivia, talking about the why of CATIO Town, what we're facing here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, and why we're wanting to make strides to improve the type of care we give our rescues with creating CATIO Town and kind of opting away from the bungalow system that we have, as well as kind of using it as a driving force to help make a difference for these small wildcats. So let's jump over. I think last time I checked, Ava and Hal were right over in this dog glue. So maybe we'll get a change of scenery here as we talk about as well. So I'm looking forward to speaking on that new gal.
We're gonna see some servals finally. Sebastian was hidden.
We are. Kind of get into position here. Really got to zoom in. That dog glue does a great job of creating lots of shade. That's Jalapeño in the back. That's Mom Ava in the front. Jalapeño, I wouldn't have it any other way if I wasn't getting a servo hiss. Ruth Vork getting excited. Oh, yay, my Jalapeño. He says, hi, sponsor mom. He hisses,
yeah,
hi, sponsor mom.
Exactly.
Thanks for stepping up and supporting a cat like Jalapeño, Ruth. Jeannie Curry, awesome words of encouragement. Thanks for leading the way on saving the small cat crisis. That's very awesome, Jeannie, and we here at the Wildcat Sanctuary are, only kind of vessels of this information and vessels of educating people on the small cat crisis here, and it's all made possible through people like you, the ones who are down on the ground, supporting us financially, helping make kind of a grassroots difference, educating your friends and family. You're sharing Facebook posts. So thank you for that commendation, and just know that you are just as vital as we are. Jay Lucaro saying, they're all so beautiful and adorable, aren't they, Jay? And that's another reason why they're worth fighting for. Now, Olivia, with CATIO Town, we have been able to kick some major butt, and that's thanks to more than a handful of generous donors that have gotten us up to the point that we're at now. CATIO Town's a $1 million project. It's a new building, as you heard kind of Tammy this morning, and we're going to be sharing over the next 2 weeks all different details of what the building is going to look like. But it's a big project. It's new construction, and the building is going to be costing north of $1 million. Well, we've had an awesome group of donors set up to not only help us get over that hill. We only have about 100, or rather
240,000.
I was going to say $240,000 left to cover in the remaining expenses to build CATIO Town. But also, which it's made even more exciting, is that those same donors also stepped up to create a match with the CATIO Town opportunity. And so, with your gift of $250, or more so, I should double back and say, with the remaining amount that we're hoping to raise to CATIO Town, we've kind of broken it up into really kind of bite-sized pieces, if you will, or maybe square foot pieces, and that we are inviting you to help with CATIO Town. And for $250, that is going to earn you an honorary square foot in CATIO Town. And it's kind of fun, Olivia. It is a match. We're lucky to have a $100,000 match with gifts being matched up to that amount. Thinking about if you donate $250 is essentially what they call a BOGO. A buy one, get one. So we have an awesome little thank you card. I can zoom out here and show you as well. We have an awesome little thank you card that we're going to be sending along with your CATIO Town gift. Certainly, you can see the exciting new building that we can't wait to see in person. We love seeing the rendering too. But right along the back are just various little paw prints from our hybrid rescues who have come through our hospital and received their paw prints during their wellness exams or intake exams. And it's just our special thanks, the least that we can do for helping on a project like this. So with the CATIO Town thank you card, that's with a gift of $250. You yourself have then purchased an honorary square foot here in CATIO Town. We have about 1,080 square feet to cover, so it's certainly a large ladder to climb, but I know that with our supporters, we're going to be able to take a major chunk out of it.
1 foot at a time. One foot in front of the other.
One foot in front of the other. I love that, Olivia. How fitting for our square foot card here.
Yes.
So as always, certainly if you're not able to give during these types of campaigns, we always appreciate you sharing these posts. We always appreciate you commenting and just getting the conversation going. Helps kind of spread the algorithmic love on social media, so to speak, and we'll get these posts even farther out there. Tanya Toner, it is a pretty cool card, if I may say so myself.
I like it. It even has square feet on it.
It does.
Square feet.
It is. And Olivia, I think we'll go try to find a new cat backdrop for kind of our third and final talking point far from the least of, in the midst of the excitement of launching CATIO Town, we made the announcement of a new rescue. So we're going to talk about Guinevere here in a moment. But let's find a kitty cat first.
I have a feeling, a hunch, that there might be...
Well, and of course I'm already coming to interrupt you, Olivia, because we're walking by I was a little leery. Hopefully I get service here. But right here we'll see one of Chili's what would you call this, Olivia?
It's for physical therapy. It's a ramp.
Exactly, and I guess I should also interject on myself and say that Chili is one of our tripod residents. Speaking of pod, Chili, unfortunately, due to his previous life, he came to us with genetic metabolic bone disease. We know that Chili has been a fighter and then some. And with Chili, one of our tripod residents, we are wanting to make sure that he's staying comfortable despite his having 3 legs. And so Chili gets to have an awesome thing like a little physical therapy. Chili gets to do his exercise. Chili gets going to be an awesome thing and certainly benefit him.
And a couple other adaptations too in this.
I was going to say, yeah, so Chili can kind of join his family up on the main platform here. You'll see those sticks kind of screwed into the platforms horizontally there to give Chili a little purchase for those paws. But onward and forward, leave it to me to get distracted. But I always like pointing out
That's a good distraction.
Always like pointing out the little details and things that our caretakers are being mindful of to make sure that our cats are set up in the best way possible here. What do you think? Do you think there'll be any caracals out here, Olivia?
It's a very warm and nice day. Maybe some sunning caracals.
I'll kind of peek through over here and see who I see.
Do you spot anyone?
I'm looking. This is
maybe they're huddled up inside doing a caracal cuddle puddle.
This is caracal Aurora. Well, I guess all of our caracals. Aurora, Mojave, and Amira. And hey, maybe it's a little disappointing that we don't see any of them sunning out in their habitat here, but that just means
that they're all together.
Yeah, kind of inside, even better. Yeah. All three are cuddled up in their indoor bedroom, so be it. That's hey, I'll take it, and glad that those three have really become quite the trio, I'd have to say, Olivia.
They have, and it's been sweet to watch that relationship blossom, because I think, when they first met each other, they do the caracal hisses. It's pretty much how you expect it to go. And then to see Aurora really blossom into that friendship has been pretty special to see.
Maybe walk up this alleyway, see if we can see Thane anywhere. And of course, we can maybe circle all the way around and we can check in on Lizzy and Phoenix and Nunda. And of course, there's always something in the summer. When the sun gets so bright, I have a hard time reading the comments sometimes, so I apologize if maybe I'm missing a few questions, but it looks like I'm going to be finding some shade here in a moment. Finding some shade, but not a cat.
No cats.
I don't see Thane up by his bedroom. I don't see, you can't blame me for not being able to see Thane if he's maybe hiding out in a tall patch of grass. Maybe he's getting some shade like Luna and Sebastian were. So we'll go all the way around, Olivia. I think I see some servals and a dog glue way across the way. And then we can talk about Guinevere.
That sounds good to me.
Cool.
I like the cat choosing to be inside.
Yeah, I do too. And we're going to kind of zip up there. I would like to kind of preview some of the construction that's happened thus far in CATIO Town and do a little bit of a rundown. But I know that Tammy did a little bit of that this morning. I know that the service might have got the best of us. But also, we got 2 weeks to talk CATIO Town. And I certainly want to kind of make sure that we're communicating everything clearly and not putting the carriage in front of the horse. Uh-oh. Looks like we're going to have to go all the way around here.
A little bit of a stroll. Small cat track stroll.
I'll take it. And like I said, we'll circle back and talk a little construction perhaps at the end of the live here.
Well, do you want to chat about Guinevere since we're taking a little stroll, Judson?
We are. Well, here at the Wildcat Sanctuary it's the sanctuary that never sleeps, Olivia. We're kind of getting our ducks in a row for CATIO Town. Obviously, we're busy caring for the rescues that you all know and love, 140 plus of them. And lo and behold, we get another call on a hybrid cat in need of rescue. And what was unique with Guinevere is that Guinevere lived with an individual who was rescuing and fostering hybrid cats. This individual was having a change in life circumstances. Tragically, they had a death in the family, and they were going to be leaving their home and living in an apartment complex. And this individual knew hybrid cats, was versed with hybrid cats, and knew that this most likely would be a non-plus type situation for her cats in this environment. So she reached out to us here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, knowing the type of cat Guinevere was, a hybrid cat, but also knowing that Guinevere has an aversion to people. And one thing that we're doing here at the Wildcat Sanctuary when we talk about is how we're inundated with rescue calls for our cats. And we would love to help every single one of those hybrid cats. But with just the frequency and the amount of calls that we are receiving on these hybrid cats, it's hard to say, but we are having to be selective with the types of rescues that we're able to help rather. And a cat like Guinevere, who has a large aversion to humans, we knew that in the sanctuary environment that she would be able to blossom and flourish with Guinevere kind of coming to us with that disposition.
And she also really enjoyed living with other cats, so we knew we could offer a space to her.
Exactly that. It was kind of the equation of, kind of the classic equation of they like cats and they don't like people. And here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, we're more, I'm going to try to get a different angle on this dog glue. We're more than familiar with cats who maybe aren't so fond of humans, but are quite fond of other felines. There we go. Here's Phoenix leading the charge up front. Nunda in the background.
But Guinevere is now our only Chausie here at Sanctuary. We've had them before, but...
And Olivia, what is a Chausie? What type of hybrid wildcat? Or what wildcat does it take to make a hybrid wildcat like a Chausie?
It would be a jungle cat. So if you are one of our longtime supporters, then you probably remember Ty, who sadly passed within this past year, but Ty pretty much looked like a full jungle cat. So if you remember what Ty looked like, that is going to be the wildcat going into breeding with a domestic cat. So a Chausie is the hybrid of a jungle cat and a domestic cat, usually an Abyssinian if you're familiar with cat breeds, and that's what Guinevere looks like. She looks very much like an Abyssinian, that dark red color, but with those wild genetics. She is definitely full Chausie. That jungle cat is shining through, so it's exciting that we can offer her a new, more dynamic home here.
She's big,
She
Olivia,
is
too.
big. She's a big cat.
She's a big gal.
She's about as big as these servals, I would say. Maybe not as tall, but she's a big cat.
Yeah, and certainly seems like a cat that, is rightfully so, maybe a little kind of taking time with their transition. She's being, Phoenix coming over to Lizzy here. I think that she is, just being very shrewd and just, taking it slow. And I like seeing a cat like Guinevere just, know that maybe she's kind of checked into the best and last chapter of her life, but she's still going to be kind of adjusting and adapting at her own time.
Yes, and so many people have rallied around Guinevere. She came here because of many, many generous people helping with her transport, and I know that you all will rally around her since she's here now in her forever home. So that's very exciting. A whole group of people really supporting Guinevere from her transport to her life here.
I know. Yeah, a major shout out to Imagine Home. It was quite the journey to get Guinevere here, and quite the journey because there's a major amount of volunteers who stepped up to get Guinevere safe to Sanctuary. Imagine Home is a 501c nonprofit that coordinates the type of transportation for rescue cats like Guinevere to get to their forever home. So certainly a big shout out to Imagine Home and the drivers who took place in getting Guinevere safe to Sanctuary. And Olivia, I heard you mention, kind of, thanking people for welcoming, get my phone zoomed out here, sorry about that, kind of welcoming Guinevere and thanking them for giving her such a generous TWS welcome. And might I ask, what is the best way to welcome a new rescued resident here at the Wildcat Sanctuary?
Well, I would argue that it is a sponsorship. I think sponsoring Guinevere would be just a phenomenal way to directly impact her life here. And she would be at that small cat level, which I believe is $150 a year, correct,
That's correct.
Judson?
That's correct.
So that would be a very, very generous way to help support Guinevere. But I think, there's other ways too, smaller ways. Any donation will go towards our general operating costs and the general care of the cats here, or even just liking and sharing that post that we shared of her this morning, kind of spreading the word on Guinevere, sharing her story now that she's here at Sanctuary. Those are great ways to help too. And of course with CATIO Town, I mean, there's no better time to, welcome Guinevere with this new project that is built specifically for hybrids. So I think that would be a special way to give too in honor of Guinevere.
Exactly. Yeah, maybe maybe it's going to be you purchasing a square foot in CATIO Town in honor of Guinevere's arrival. Maybe it is going to be the sponsorship. Maybe it's going to be sharing and commenting that post. We so much appreciate it, everyone. And look at Nunda. Nunda's waking up like she forgot what century she's in.
She's feeling the sunshine. Yeah, on her
she's
face.
Quite the catnap. Holy buckets, she says. Phoenix.
Poor Phoenix, the girls kicked you out.
Yeah, he says, well, where's a handsome man supposed to go? Well, good thing you got all types of options, mister. Fun, fun, fun. Well, Olivia, we've talked CATIO Town, we've talked Guinevere, we've talked the square feet. So I still need to get my marketing messaging down, Phoenix, and I appreciate the hisses. I think that's the type of motivation I need right now. But I'm looking forward to kind of the next 2 weeks, because really what it's going to be doing is kind of breaking down what Olivia and I have been talking about, and certainly so much has happened here at the Wildcat Sanctuary pertaining to CATIO Town, be it any of the cat moves, be it some of the demolition that's taken place, be it some of the repurposing of bungalows that's taken place. So we have a lot, in the best way possible. We have our work cut out for us to truly illustrate all that you have been making possible so far, as well as kind of highlighting this last portion of CATIO Town that we're hoping that you all can help us with.
Yeah, exactly. We're kind of meeting here at the precipice. It's exciting because all the stage is set, I think, as you said in your CATIO Town video, Judson, but the stage is set for building CATIO Town, and we just have that $240,000 to go.
Yeah, $240,000. I think we have a $100,000 match. I think we can do it, Olivia, and I think that too. Our supporters know how important the small cat crisis is. They know what's happening here in the rescue world and what these types of hybrid wildcats are facing, and they know that kind of teaming up with us here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, we all collectively can make a difference for them.
For sure, and I'm excited to learn more about CATIO Town with all of you, and as we share all the things that have been happening, but just how big of an impact this is going to make, because it's going to be far-reaching.
Yes, far-reaching indeed, and for many of good reasons. There are so many special cats here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, and maybe they're a lion, maybe they're a tiger, and now it's time to fight for our small hybrid cats. And like we said earlier, it's an honor and a privilege, and we look forward to making a difference for those cats alongside our supporters.
Absolutely.
All right, Nunda, she says, I was parched no more.
Now I go patrol.
She says, with some fresh water, it is back out to doing what I do best, enjoying my wild at heart life. Well. Cool, everyone. I'm just so happy that we got a little CATIO Town talk in. We got a little Guinevere talking in. And really are just kind of setting the tone for CATIO Town the next 2 weeks, and talking about our small cat rescues, talking about the opportunities to get involved in CATIO Town, and just all the things that will be coming along that way.
Yeah, and I think we said that we'll be sharing more on CATIO Town, but with Guinevere as well. Guinevere has only been at Sanctuary for about a week now, so just as with Kimba, one of our other recent rescues, we're still getting to know Guinevere, she's getting to know us, and so pictures and content of her will come surely, but she's settling in well so far. Again, not the biggest fan of people, so the media team doesn't want to put unnecessary pressure on her during this transition. Yeah,
that's great to point out, Olivia, and that we always want to set up our new rescues on the best path for success, and to give them that adjustment period couldn't be more important. So thanks for pointing that out, Olivia. All right, onward and forward. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their Tuesday. Thank you for making today what it was, kicking off CATIO Town, and really just getting excited for CATIO Town, getting excited about welcoming a new rescued resident, and getting excited about the potential and the excitement that's to come here. I love
potential. I like that.
Yeah, I just love being able to make a difference for the rescues here, and this is something like we've never done before in my time. So let's do it as a team and do it as a community and a family. So thank you everyone for tuning in today, and we will see you back here at the Wildcat Sanctuary tomorrow.
Bye everyone.